There you go. What's up with it? What's up with it? Man, I'm back.
What?
Told y'all I'm gonna bring y'all some news. You know, y'all can use, man. Got my boy Willie, my day one of my day ones, man. You know what I'm saying? I got him here today, give y'all some news y'all can use, about real estate. Getting the house, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people think, it's a lot of ups and downs to try to get houses and shit. My boy right here, he gonna try to get y'all, you know what I'm saying, ways that y'all can do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it won't
Yeah,
seem so much complicated. You know what I'm saying? Because people think it's a lot of it's complicated, but it really ain't. You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
Man, first off, I'm glad to be on this bad boy with you.
Hey, bro. Hey,
Boy,
I'm
hey,
glad to
bro,
have you. I'm glad to
keep it
have you, bro.
solid. Yes, sir.
I'm
Yes,
glad to have you, my nigga.
sir.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Definitely got to have you
absolutely,
on there. But yeah,
man.
man, I guess let people know, basically what you do, basically about your business and stuff, basically what all you do, you know what I'm saying? And, try to help people get into, get their credit fixed or get, into a house, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So first off, I got into real estate, just wanting to make sure I had a solid foundation
Yeah,
financially,
yeah.
and so I got in on the investment side and honestly just didn't have enough bread to do everything I wanted to on the investment
Mm-hmm.
side. But
Mm-hmm.
then I jumped into the agent portion as well. So as I grew over the last, what has it been, 7 years, I think I
Yeah, yeah.
have 8 doors right now. I
Oh
have
man.
just, and I've just this year alone, I think we've closed, it's probably over 5 million in property sold this year.
Oh
So
man. That's good. That's good for
absolutely,
starting out,
man.
ain't it?
Hey,
I don't know
man,
nothing too about I don't know nothing about the real estate. Like that's probably good, say
man,
for
it's getting
most
better.
people starting out. Yeah, yeah.
It's definitely top 20% in DFW. Definitely got that award for this last 12 months, just a month
Okay.
ago. So definitely proud of myself on that avenue,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
a lot more to go. I feel
Hell
like I can
yeah.
do a hell of a lot better.
Hell
Hell,
yeah, man.
hell yeah. Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah, that's
I ain't
what I'll
gonna
say.
sell myself
Yeah,
short.
congratulations on that award too, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of hard work
I
you had to put
appreciate
into
it.
that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But what we gonna just dip into this first. We just gonna get into like just people that's looking for a house, like just like kind of like first time buyers. How would they go about that? How would they go about like trying to get a house?
Man, the first and most important thing is you got to have a good solid team. So starting off with a good solid team, I would say consists of two great people. It's first going to be a real estate agent,
Mm-hmm.
and secondly is going to be your mortgage officer. So honestly, your real estate agent is there to make sure that your process is going to be as smooth as possible.
Mm-hmm.
But your process is only going to be as smooth as possible if you actually understand what your finances are going to look
Yeah.
like. So
Mm-hmm.
getting in contact with a mortgage officer is going to be just as important as finding the right real estate agent.
Yeah, yeah.
So, most people are like, my credit, or
That's the
I
number
don't
one
know if
thing.
I'm ready.
That's the
Yeah, I already know, man. Honest to God, even whenever I was doing investing, my first investment was at, I had a 540 credit score. So I know what that feeling feels like. So it's not like I'm shy to this. I
yeah.
understand. It wasn't until after I made my first investment that I actually went back and corrected my credit to be
Okay.
able to purchase a house for myself and have my own loans for my own residential property that I was living in. So I understand what that feeling feels like, but
Mm-hmm.
the best way to actually solve it is to go and speak to the mortgage officer, because here's what's going to happen. Yeah, you're going to get dinged. You're going to get hit a couple of points on your credit, but the information that you're going to find out is going to be way more valuable than those
Right. Well,
couple of
then,
points.
yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
It's going to be way more valuable than those couple of points. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you figure out what you actually have to do to qualify at that point. So they're going to let you know, hey, do I need to get my debt to income ratio right? Do
Yeah.
I need to get my credit corrected?
Okay.
How much money do I need to have on hand? What programs am
Mm-hmm.
I going to qualify for?
Yep.
So those three alone, you can't get that information until you go and speak to that mortgage
Right.
officer.
Yeah. So it's just basically people got to start doing it more than just kind of like just sitting back and just thinking things just supposed to just happen. They kind of
Bro,
you got to take these kind of steps, so try to make it so everything will go right. You know what I'm saying?
right. and it's actually funny because most people think they have to be perfect before they go speak to the mortgage officer, and it's like, nah. You can't get perfect until you know what you need to correct, bro. There's no way. Like that's like I don't know. I don't know how to compare it to anything else, but
I understand exactly what you're saying. It's just kind of like, you know, you kind of searching now. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just go and get your shit, go talk. You got to talk to him before you even get straight because you won't even know what the fuck you trying to correct. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
bro. And it kills me, and it's sometimes. It kills me sometimes because I'm like, bro, how in the hell are you gonna fix something that you don't know how to fix? And you don't even know what to fix. Yep. So you telling me you waiting to fix your credit to apply for the mortgage, but you don't know what your credit's supposed to be?
Yep.
You don't know what steps that they actually want to see on your credit either. You worried about eviction or medical bills whenever that shit is on the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to applying for a mortgage.
Okay.
And it's like, whenever you see that and you can actually speak to these mortgage officers, I'm not a mortgage professional, so they know it a lot better than I do. I know a couple of ins and outs from just being involved with the industry.
Yeah.
But most people, it kind of makes them hesitant. And I'm like, man, I promise you that 5-minute conversation that you have with them is going to open the door to be like, oh, okay, well, dang. Oh, perfect example right here. I had the homie with me. We were out at the bar. He was like, such and such and such, yada, yada, yada. In the future, I'm going to get a house. And I said, hey, I know in the future you want to get a house, but how your career is going, he was changing jobs. He was going to another state. So how your career is going and just what you've been telling me, why not when you get to this other state, go ahead and get the property? Even if you're only going to be there for a year, 2 years, that's fine.
That's fine.
It doesn't have to be a long-term investment. Your loan may be 30 years, but if you sell it and pay for the loan, who cares how long you're there?
Okay.
You switching apartments all the time anyways. So it came down to it. He was like, well, I really don't know whether I can actually get approved for the loan or not. Lo and behold, he goes and applies for the mortgage. He gets approved for like 180 grand in Mississippi.
Yeah.
180 grand in Mississippi can get you like 3-bedroom, 2-bath, nice neighborhood.
Yeah, nice neighborhood.
Or like 7 out of 10. Where you can send your kid to a great school. And I'm like, bro, if you would have never tried, you would have never known.
Never done.
Not only that, it's like, man, even if you would have tried and failed, at least you would have known what you needed to fix. And if what you needed to fix may have been like a minor thing as such as like, hey, pay this $200 collection off and you're good to go. Yeah. Pay this $400 collection off and you're good to go. Man, first off, that's the first step is definitely got to speak to them.
Okay, just speak to them. That's the first step. Just speaking to them. And then, you know, like, so you saying like you speak to them and then you can kind of get your credit fixed because, you know what I'm saying, then you'll know exactly what you need to actually go looking for you on your credit to fix. So you don't really have to fight. Certain things don't like affect your credit as much as other things because I don't really know that. You know what I'm saying? I never knew about that. You know, like certain like medical bills and this and that. You know, I didn't know if if it is affected or not. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know either. Honestly, I didn't even know. How I gained more experience in it was really just telling my clients the same thing as what I found out. Like, hey, until we speak to this mortgage officer, just like I did, I can't tell you what to fix. And I can't even honestly tell you whether the credit repair specialist that you're working with is even fixing the correct things. They might be just disputing everything on your credit.
Okay, so what's the difference just between? So if they're just disputing, it's not really doing nothing for your credit, really, is it?
Well, that's where it depends. This is why I say you got to speak to them
because they know exactly.
You can be disputing something that honestly ain't hurting your credit. You can go back and dispute something that's been on your credit for 6 years and 11 months, and it's about to fall off. You go back and dispute it, open up the door to where it take another 7 months for it to fall off, but they'll let you know, like, well, hey, here's what we suggest you do. The mortgage officer will say something like this. There's like a couple of different scenarios whenever it comes to like getting your credit fixed or dealing with your debt to income ratio where you got to pay stuff off to where you can afford the payments or even just having the amount of money that you need to get the house that you want to afford.
Okay.
But you can go back and say, okay, the mortgage officer sees these different what are they called? Blemishes on your credit report, right?
Okay, yeah.
Blemishes on your credit report. So one of them may be 6 years and 11 months. They may say, hey, look, instead of you messing and trying to pay off this $5,000 that you may have on your credit, it's gonna fall off in a month. Leave it alone. Let's try this again in a month, because then that saves you 5 bands.
Okay, bet that.
You're not gonna know
So
that.
right, yeah. If you do it, yeah, real shit.
Right.
No. It's just, I guess it's just about knowledge, bro. But it just, some people, if they don't know, they ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? They just they feel like, what I'm saying, damn, I don't know. So, what I'm saying? That's why I do this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had to fuck with my boy. I'm gonna put my boy on, but it's just like people need knowledge, bro. And I just feel like you know what I'm saying? Shit, I got the tools, bro. I'm finna help you. You know what I'm saying? The shit that you holding on to, like, bro, like right here, like, you know what I'm saying? It's really easy. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't, how much would it be like for like just if somebody just trying to get a house, like just off the back, like how much would they have to like really just save up, just really go into somebody and trying to get a house?
Now, once again,
I know it goes, it varies. Like,
but I'm gonna tell you situations like this. Let's say it's a worst case scenario. I'm gonna give you worst case scenario first. So worst case scenario, you're gonna be bringing about 7% to the table.
Okay,
that's gonna be about 3.5% on down payment and 3.5% in closing costs.
Okay.
Now, in that situation, you're using one of the lowest down payment situations with the FHA loan, and you're paying for all of your closing costs.
Okay.
Now, there's other ways to get lower loans. Once you start stepping outside of the city, you have what is called a USDA loan, where you have 0% down payment.
Okay.
So that's saying on a $300,000 house, you would be looking at 7%. That's $21,000. 3.5% on down payment, and then you got 3.5% on closing costs.
Okay.
Whenever you go to USDA, if you got a 0% down on your down payment, you done chopped half of that. You done chopped up half of that. So now you only need $10,500, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you fall into a situation where, and I wish I could tell you the people that I've experienced this with, but you got people out here to where the sellers are actually willing to pay portion of your closing costs.
Okay. It's just different situation. It's just really about what you're looking for and how you trying to get into it. Is really basically you got to find what really will suit yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people just try to be like extravagant and all this extra shit when you just need to find something that's basically comfortable for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That you can handle. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm gonna put it to you like this: like whenever we got in our first house, we just needed something. That little bit of something can take you so freaking far. So once you win the game, it makes it a heck of a lot easier. Like a lot of people want to jump in and get their dream house. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I'm not able to do that. I couldn't afford nothing like that.
Okay.
So if you can't afford your dream house, what's the next best step? Let me get something that I own. It's not like the market has crashed before, like 2008. It's crashed. Now, for everybody who lost money in 2008, if they were able to hang on to their home till now, yes, it took 13 years, but you probably saw such a large increase in your house that you can level up pretty well, I may have gotten like, I paid $200,000 for the house. Now my house is worth, let's say $350,000, $400. So it's like, okay, getting in the game is, in my head, the easiest way to stay ahead, because those market crashes will happen, but there's a lot of years in between, and there's a lot of ways to
kind of
just protect yourself. If you're still making the same money during the crash, you can still afford your mortgage payments.
Yeah.
Or let's say you bought a house during the crash. You bought it at the bottom of the market, and you just seeing your equity grow so much over the course of the years, where these houses are going up, which statistically speaking, these houses are going up about 3% per year. And then here in Texas, in the last year, it went up over, I know in the area that I'm in, I can't speak for everybody else in every portion of Texas, but just in my area went up over 25%.
Okay.
I mean, you spent $200,000 on a house. Within 1 year, it's worth $250,000.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Where
lot.
you making 50 bands like that at?
You're not.
Where you making 50 bands like that at?
You're not.
By just doing
So
something you was gonna be doing regardless.
I want to say, like, as far as like, I don't know, just when people are like trying to get like into a house, like renting, like I'm just saying, if I like renting to own, like, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people should just jump in that, because just to me, bro, I feel like that every day, bro. Like, I live in an apartment, I might as well get a house to what I'm paying for. You know what I'm saying? And you know, is renting to own a good way to go to? Like, is or is it, you know, downfalls from that? You know what I'm saying? Or should you
I'll
just?
tell you, caveat. It can be good if you're in the right situation. The particulars that you need to know about rent to own that I would advise somebody on, if you ask me personally about rent to own, is firstly, how much time do you have to actually own that house? Because there's going to be a time limit on it.
Okay.
And it's going to be in that contract that you sign at the beginning of that rent to own situation. And a lot of the times it's going to be about 2 years.
Yeah.
That's what I see normally. So that means if you're not going to have your credit right so that you can actually get a mortgage on it, income ratio right, if you ain't going to have any additional money to actually make the final down payment for that house within the next 2 years, and you're sure of it, you don't need to go in that situation. If there's any hesitation on those, my advice is live below your means in an apartment, stack up, work on your credit, work on your debt to income ratio after speaking to a mortgage officer. Wait the 6 months to a year. Go ahead and buy you a little small house. And then once again, you level up. You keep stacking up. You level up. You sell that one. You upgrade. Sell that next one. You upgrade.
Like, so you wouldn't just say like jumping in like written it on. You wouldn't like advise kind of like that, because it's kind of like you can jump into something kind of like it's kind of fucked up. So you kind of not. You kind of messing yourself. So you just more of like, hey man, kind of like stack your paper and then try to just go get a house that you can be like, okay, this is mine. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to really worry about too much anybody else.
Once again, it helps to have that mortgage officer and that real estate agent, because if you can't qualify for a loan, when you get into that rent to own situation, you should have already spoken to a mortgage officer, because you're gonna have to speak to one before the 2 years is up and get qualified with them to actually own that house. So if you haven't done that before you went into that rent to own situation, what you need to do, there's slim to no chance that you're actually going to exercise your option to purchase the house. Here's what I see happens in most situations with rent to own, bro. You're gonna put up 5 bands on this house.
Okay.
This is just to have the option to purchase that home. Now, that may go towards your purchase if you come up with the other 15 bands.
Okay. Damn.
So now you going into a situation where it's like, okay, damn, okay, now in the next 2 years, I need to come up with 15 bands and qualify for a mortgage. So whenever you go to qualify, even if you do get the 15 bands, if you never even attempted to qualify for the mortgage, you may have the 15 bands and get to the end and they be like, hey, you know what? You don't even make enough money to afford a mortgage for that price. And what are you going to do about it? So whenever the 2 years is up, your 5 bands is gone. You just been renting this place, and he do it with the next, and he do it with the next renters, and he do it with the next renters.
So just you, that's why I say so before we even get into, so everybody out there, I'm just gonna be 100. My niggas say before you even try to go think about purchasing the motherfucking house, you need to have a real estate agent and you need to have a mortgage officer. So just off the rip, you know what I'm saying? Just know y'all, like, before y'all even go do it, so you won't get ripped off. I feel like it is too, so you won't get ripped off, and you know what you're getting yourself into, instead of just being in the blind and just being like, oh, just let me go just do this shit and then get ripped off. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people be pissed off about that.
And here's what I think people fail to realize: mortgage officers and real estate agents are regulated. Okay. These landlords out here are not regulated. You have the Texas Real Estate Commission, who is over agents in general. Yeah. So anytime that you have a complaint about an agent, there's somebody that you can go and talk to and make a complaint to that you can kind of like that they're going to investigate. They're going to see what happened, make sure that he handled himself the correct way.
Okay.
Whenever it comes to a mortgage officer, the same thing. When it comes to these landlords, you're going to court. And if you can't afford court fees, or if you can't miss work, what do you think about to win? The landlord probably going to win because he got enough money to make it to court. In most situations,
he ain't really got nothing to do because you're already paying the rent for you. You're really paying his rent. We ain't gonna speak on that. Yes,
in most situations, probably has a level up on you.
I'm just saying, just most landlords they already a step ahead of you niggas. So it's just like I feel you on that too, but it's just I don't know, man. Like a lot of people, I just feel like you know what I'm saying, like. If they knew, because like just think about all this, I just want you to just think about this really, like all the money that we done, like a lot of people done touched in this last year. Just being 100, just all the free money, and whatever the hell it is.
You're talking about the unemployment.
Unemployment, the PP. I'm talking about if you put all that shit together, let's be 100. You put all that shit together. A lot of niggas should be having houses right now.
Absolutely.
And really be in position. You know, I'm speaking to myself too, nigga. I fucked off some money too, nigga. I ain't gonna, hey, look, you know, I'm speaking to myself, but I'm just trying to, you know, get to people and be like, damn, just think about that, bro. Like, I know you didn't know, but like now you do. So now save your money. But like, that's a lot of money that we fucked off. That think about it. A lot of people could be in different, like, and be in houses right now, or at least have their credit fixed.
I know. Majority of people have fucked off enough money to get them in a house just on a certain situation.
I know I have.
So look,
but it was good and bad.
Let's research back to the USDA loan, right? So if you have somebody giving you a 0% down payment, the mortgage officer says, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna qualify you for a 0% down payment."
Yeah.
Then you have an agent who goes back and negotiates on the house for them to give you, let's say, that same 3.5% back on closing costs.
Yeah.
How much money are you out of pocket?
I mean,
that's a full fucking 7%.
I mean, they basically taking all that. Yeah, you right. So
even if you get close,
so it just like that's why I said, like, bro.
look. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never sold a house where somebody had to bring nothing to the table. I've never done anything like that. I can't sell no dreams. I ain't gonna sell no wolf tickets. But what I have done, and I'm sure that there's some people out there, some clients of mine that can vouch for me on this.
Yeah.
I've been able to get people into houses for, let's say, $2-3 grand. And some people are paying that just to get into a house because they got to pay double deposit. And these people are owning a house for $3 grand out of pocket and building equity.
That's dealing with your credit, though. You got a good credit too with that, right? Okay.
Well, honestly, it's really taking the steps. Like if you
take the step, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like
every 6 months, you build up $3 grand.
We always gonna go back to that. We gonna make some shorts. We gonna make some shirts about this, nigga. Hey, bro, this is the 2 things you want to have a house, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This is it. The steps.
Solid.
yeah, real shit, bro. That's, you know, it's all because I don't know, bro. Because okay, well, I got this question too. Like as like a dream house, like trying to really get into your dream house, nigga. Like how do you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's different from kind of like written. And is that different from like kind of owning the house? Because you're like building that from the ground up. Most dream houses you building from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? Most people want their house.
This is just my perspective. Most people don't know what their dream house is until they lived in the house. So in my head, for people who tell me that you know exactly what you want to live in, and you want to get it right off the rip, I feel you. Let's get as close to that as we possibly can. No shame, like that's all gravy. Yeah. But I think once you live in a house for so long, you like shit. You know what? I don't like the way my living room is set up because it's not open enough. Or hey, you know what?
Okay.
My living room is open enough to the dining room and to the kitchen. But I need another living room that's still open on that as well. So whenever I'm entertaining people for my lifestyle, it's like this. So it's like I can't. In general, for me, I still would resort back to, hey, you get in where you fit in at first. And as your equity grows, you get closer and closer to your dream house until you exceed the expectations of what you even felt like your dream house was. Like me. We grew up together, right?
Yeah.
Right. So the house that I live in, it would have been my dream house.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Most
not even
definitely
lying,
mine would have been, yeah, the house I grew up in would have been my dream house. No cap, nigga.
bro. No cap. No cap.
Yeah.
But the fact of it is now that I'm living it, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. No pool. My girl want a pool. I gotta add that to my dream house.
Okay.
You know what? I want my mama to live with me. So I need a whole mother-in-law and suite. So should now I gotta add that on.
Yeah.
But if I wouldn't have bought the house 7 years ago and upgraded every 1 to 2 years,
yeah,
wouldn't be where I am now. I went from a house that was 140,000 to now in a house that's 400,000. But it took me I bought a half duplex to start off.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I got into, was a half duplex for 140.
Yeah.
A half duplex for 140. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I'm partying in that bad boy hard. You was there. You seen it. But then, like, after 6 years, we was there for, give me 1 second. Let me make sure of that. I want to say we was there for 4 years. We was there for 4 years before we had enough equity to where they was like, you know what? Your house is almost worth 200. If you want to refinance right now, we'll give you about the same payment you have right now, but we'll put 20 grand in your pocket. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. So in that situation, here's what comes to my head. This is just me, my experience. And like, if somebody else is in the same situation, why you gotta always communicate with your real estate agent and your mortgage officer? At that point, I'm like, hey, you know what? What are we gonna do with that 20 bands? You gonna go blow it? Or you go get another crib? I went and got another crib. So this time, instead of getting a half duplex, I went and got an actual house, a 2,000 square foot house. Now, out of pocket, just like I was saying, like how the USDA loan, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Out of pocket, it really only cost me like 7 bands out of the 20. So now I still got 13 bands. So you know what I did? I fixed the house up.
Okay.
With the other 13 bands. I had to put a little bit extra with it.
Nah, yeah.
With the 13 bands, I had to put like an extra 2 grand with it. So now I have 2 houses. I have 2 houses now. After that, it started to make sense. Like, okay, hold on, wait a minute. If I keep these houses, and now I got 2 houses that are going up. Let's say I had 2 houses this last year where stuff is going up 25%.
Yeah.
That means I make off of a $300,000 house at 25%, it goes up. I make 75 bands. Off the house that cost me 140, it went up 25%. It made me a little bit over 30 bands.
Damn.
Come on now. That's 100 bands I just made from doing nothing but paying my rent and playing landlord. And the landlord portion wasn't that hard because I had property management. So, I mean, it's little nuances like that to where you got to have a good team. It's always going to go back to your team. It's really, if you can call your real estate agent, you can call your mortgage officer and just have the conversation with them on, hey, what would you do if you were in my shoes?
Yeah.
You're going to be steps ahead, man. I mean, steps and steps ahead.
So, I mean, you know, like, I think that's a lot of fears too, because people don't know how they're going to really handle them. So they just now, you know, like they going to really, you know, be in your shoes and actually know, like, hey, bro, this is how you supposed to do some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people, that's another thing people be like hesitant about because they don't know. They be like, man, they don't really know. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to know what I'm going through about just anything.
The
trying to get
officer and the real estate agent?
Yeah, you know, like most people would be like, oh, well, they don't really know my shoes or. Yeah, you know how it is.
Bro, I've been there.
Yeah.
Like that's what I love, because I'll be like, hey, look, I'm not tripping about you not qualifying right now. What I'm tripping about is you don't know how to qualify.
Okay.
That's what messes me up. Like, for even my homies, like, they'll let you know, like, I'll be on their ass. You already know. I'm on your ass, like, nigga.
Real talk, nigga. That's why it's like
you don't know. So you telling me you don't? How do you know whether you can afford a house or not?
You don't.
Well, my credit is bad. Okay, what's your credit? I only got a 620. How do you know that's bad credit? Well, I heard that. Okay, that's bullshit. First off, because you can have a 580 and get approved for a house.
What the fuck?
Yeah, 580 credit score and get approved for a house. But if you don't speak to a mortgage officer, how the fuck you supposed to know that?
Bro, it's just go back to that every time. Just like I just like that. That's just the whole point. Like people just got to get out there and actually you got to find out. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being like, well, I want to get a house, and to go talk to these realtors here and there and be like, well, you don't even know your budget. You don't even know what you know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
You just
Bro,
running with
that's like
chicken
going
with
to
his
the
head cut off.
combine. That's like going to the combine and not knowing what your 40 time supposed to be in that position. Or
Yeah,
how many times you supposed to push up 225.
real
We
shit.
study that stuff whenever we in sports.
Mhm.
We study it to a T. But whenever it comes to this type of stuff, it's like I feel
Living
like
it.
people just get so froze in the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
It's stressful. I don't know.
You know, or I ain't got the money. It's just my money ain't looking right, or my credit. You know, see, I mean, look at my credit. My credit just ain't. But you don't know that that's not bad. That's not you. You don't know that that's not good credit. And I take that a lot of things because you know, like me, you know, I used to come to your ass too. You know, I'd be like, fuck, I know Willie ass. He gonna make, hey, bro. You know, there ain't no bad credit, bro. You just gotta find it. You know what I'm saying? The little things that you do need to knock off. Hey, just knock them hoes off, bro. Your shit gonna shoot up. You gonna be all right. It just is that quick. And I just feel like a lot of all the money that we did have, and just like a lot of people just, bro, a lot of us should have our credit, nigga, at the like up here, nigga. Niggas should, if anything else, their credit should be up here. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, and here's the thing for me, like I try to hold myself up to par as far as making sure I got a good mortgage officer that people can relate to in any situation. If you feel like you really just starting from ground zero and you trying to come up, I got a mortgage officer for that. If you feel like you need, my credit ain't shit, I got somebody for that. You know what? I really ain't got enough money. Shit. That's where I come in. Well, shit, let's see what you got. Let's see what you qualify for. Let me see what I can negotiate. Because if we can get you in the USDA loan, that take care of a portion.
Take care of a
And
portion
then
of that.
know what houses to look at for if we need somebody to give us more money back, or how to negotiate the deal to say, hey, you know what? We're going to give you an extra $5,000 on what you're asking.
Yeah.
But give us 10 grand back in closing costs.
Okay.
But if you ain't asking, you ain't actually going to. I gotta do a plug right here, just to give people a little bit of heads up. So next Wednesday, I'm gonna do a home buying class just for stuff like this. We'll go into a little bit more detail. I'm gonna actually have a mortgage officer. I'm gonna have a credit repair specialist. I'm gonna be on there. I'm gonna have the inspectors who go in and check on your house and look at it and make sure it's right before you even buy it. Oh, man, it's so many like helpful people out here, and it's free for the help. You can call.
That's what we're doing this for. That's why I do this. That's why I do this shit, nigga. You gotta get niggas the game, bro. Niggas, they hate to do this shit like this, bro. It's just this free game, bro.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be a real one right now. Your credit already fucked up. What you worried about?
Yeah.
What you worried about finding out how to get a mortgage? The one thing that we really look for, the average person who owns a home is 35. On average, when you purchase a home, you're gonna be around the age of 35. If you can do that at a younger age, just by talking to these people and not being a bitch. I wanted to control it and say something better, and I apologize if my mama watching this. But it's honestly, we get scared. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Even whenever I'm making investments now to this day, there's times where I'll be like, I call myself a bitch because I'm like, nigga, it's a great deal. You know it's a good deal, but you're dragging your feet because you're scared. And there's nothing wrong with being scared.
Yeah.
Because the only place that you can find courage is when you're scared. And so,
you is right.
We be scared, but it's like you really got to be courageous for your family, because 7 out of 10 times, who else gonna do it?
Nobody else.
Doing it over anybody else.
Real shit. You so right, bro. You so right. That's why I say, man, I don't know. Just Because I be thinking about that shit, you know. So it's a lot of me just talking to myself because you know, shit. A lot of things I could be, you know, I could have probably ought to did this shit, but you know, hey man, I'm trying to help out the next because this shit I'm taking the heat right now. Like shit, it's that easy, bro. Like shit, we trying to get a house. Like
Yeah.
that's our next move as far as us. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just be looking at the apartments. Like bro, we paying the same much that we'll probably pay on some. You know what I'm saying? So it just might as well just go get a house, bro, and just go and get us set. You know what I'm saying? Because it's that easy.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, well, shit, we got to do this, got to go do that. You know what I'm saying? It's really easy. And I just want everybody to know how easy it is instead of being like, nah, y'all just talking out your ass. Nah, this is a real person that actually does this, and he's actually letting you
Bro.
know how easy it is.
And I don't want to sugarcoat it for people.
No,
I ain't
for
gonna
real.
say it's easy, but it's definitely not as hard as people be making it out to
Nah,
be.
yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not gonna say like
No,
it's
I
easy, but
totally understand what you're saying.
but
Absolutely.
it's just like you know, if people make it harder than what it is, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like shit, nigga, if it's that easy, shit, I'm trying to do the same thing. All niggas, you know, we be sitting on money like that, bro. A lot of us. Instead
Yeah.
of being like, well, shit, go get a house, we fuck it off. You know what I'm saying? And I want to get to. Let me see. I had another question for y'all. I did have another question for y'all. So, as far as I want to say, as far as let me see, because you just deal with just strictly houses, right? You don't deal with as far as like you know, like properties and everything else. Like you know, as far as like stores and everything else. You don't deal with nothing like that.
That's not my specialty. Like
Okay, okay.
I have people I can direct you
That's
to
what I say.
on
Like,
that,
yeah, okay,
but
yeah. If
it's not
you,
my specialty.
yeah,
I've
you got people
studied
who
it,
actually, yeah.
but yeah, but I here's in my head, I'm only
Mm-hmm.
gonna give you the stuff that I've had so much experience on that I know what I'm talking about. Like on the commercial realm where you have, let's say, shopping centers,
Mm-hmm.
or you want to lease out a spot for your store
Mm-hmm.
or stuff like that. I'm not gonna be the best to coach you through that or advise you through it,
No, yeah.
but I damn sure got a person that can.
No,
And
that's why I
like
said. Yeah,
I've
see, now you got the
yeah,
people. See, yeah, just if
yeah,
you
oh
can't
yeah,
do it, you got
oh
the
yeah,
people that actually could do the shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's
absolutely.
why I say, you know, I encourage people if you watch this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go fuck with my boy, man. Like he gonna get you right, bro. He ain't gonna sugarcoat the shit. You see how he talk now. You know what I'm saying? He gonna tell you what it is. He gonna tell you what you need to fix. You know, like he said, you know, get you a realtor and get you a mortgage officer, bro. You get them two right there, bro, and then you go from right there, and they gonna really teach you everything you need to know as far as getting a house, bro. It's not as hard as what what we think it is. It's kind of a little
Right.
bit easier if you know what I'm saying, if you get a little help. You know what I'm saying? That's in anything. That's why you know, the things I do for this, you know, as far as keep aside my movement, bro, it's just trying to help out, you know, everybody, bro. Just as far as, bro, it's not that hard, bro. I don't have to use money to help you out. You know what I'm saying? I'll put you on my platform and shout you out, bro. I don't want nothing from it. I want you to shine just like you, just like me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you the next person I have
and
that's
I
boosting up
appreciate
because
it.
I had AD, you know what I'm saying, the dog
Yeah,
whisper. I had him before, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like shit, you
yeah,
know what I'm saying? I want my niggas to shine, bro. Like that's how I always
yeah,
been. You know how I always been, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I always been around people
absolutely.
that actually they can do things, but I feel like they need that push. A lot of motherfuckers just need that
Yeah,
push, bro. And they just need to see you doing the same
the
thing. You know what I'm
understand,
saying?
bro. Most of the time, where I come into, like, with most of my homies, and like, whenever it finally clicks, like, oh snaps, it's not that difficult. It's normally whenever they normally go through those three things, like, hey, like I had no lie to you, Ross. I had a homie who told me, like, oh man, I got some years before I can buy a house. I was like, okay, well shoot. I was like, what's your debt look like? He said, man, I got quite a bit of debt. I said, how much debt you got? He said, man, I owe about $1,000, man. I said, what? He said, yeah, I got about $1,000 in debt, man. I said, what? I said, what is your credit score? He said, man, I only got about a 650, man. I'm looking like, okay. I was like, how much you make? So I make this. Whole time I'm looking at him like, first off,
Yeah.
mm, I owed about let's say about 15 bands. So
He said,
your little band ain't really saying a whole lot right now.
yeah,
Okay, now you telling me you ain't got a good credit score, but
yeah.
once again, we gonna relay back to you only need a 580.
You only need a 580.
Almost, huh?
You only need a 580, nigga. Y'all people out there, bro. You only need a 580, dog.
Now, and now I'm gonna be straight up with you. Now that it's those three things. All three of those are gonna have to balance: the 580, the credit score, and the debt to income ratio. And just to let you know what a debt to income ratio is, if it's not understood, is how much does it cost you to pay off your debt with your income? That's what that ratio is. And so they want to see that they want to see your debt, paying off your debt and paying for your house. They want that to be under 50% in most cases. Some people want it even lower. Some mortgage officers want it lower, I should say. But that's what they want it to be. But if you never know that,
you ain't never gonna do it.
If you're making 5 bands a month and you owe $1,000 a month, I mean, you owe $1,000 overall.
Yeah.
But your payments on it is $20 a month.
Yeah.
That's not even scratching the surface on the fact that
you're
50% of your income every month. That's not close to 50% of your income every month.
Hell no,
so
it ain't.
Talking about.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's because I kind of say it because I don't really owe that much either. That's why I say with mine, bro, I really be tripping. I'm tripping, nigga. I know me. I ain't gonna lie. I look at my shit and I be tripping.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
I want to come back on the podcast. Next time I'm gonna come on a podcast. I really want to know what it took you to qualify, and at that point, I really want to know what steps.
No, we gonna go through. Yeah, I'm gonna go through the whole process and everything, bro. Like we gonna really. I'm gonna actually, like I'm gonna tell my fans, bro. I'm actually gonna go through the process and everything. And be like, well, shit. You know what I'm saying? Just to show y'all, like, hey, bro, it's really easy. You know what I'm saying? I probably have to do this and that to do it, but hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta put your head down and do it, bro. I know what I want. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't got to be my dream house. It can be something close to it. As long as it's good and it's comfortable for my kids, bro. I don't really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all good with me. It just, and just to relay back on that, you know what I'm saying? If you just now tuning in and shit, like I said, like my nigga's gonna tell you straight up, like only thing you really need, like just to really get started in this, you need a realtor, you need a mortgage officer. So before you even really come talk to my boy, you know what I'm saying? Get that first, and then you can really
talk to me.
We'll talk to you first.
My
bad. The realtor. Talk to my boy first, and then he'll give you the whole game, bro. And really, just if you just want to see, bro, just come holler at him, bro. Like if you just really want just to know where you really stand at, so really you know where you can work on. Just really talk to somebody, and that's why I feel like a lot of people, bro, it's just that talking part, bro. Just to really be like, well, shit, I just want to know. Just the knowing part instead of being like, well, shit, man, I ain't got it. And really, you probably do have it, and you probably have everything to really qualify for it, but you just don't even know about it. So that's why, I kind of, recommend a lot of people, bro, if anything, to my boy, and just go talk. Just talk. He'll talk with you, you know what I'm saying? Just don't come with the bullshit, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got time for bullshit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, come with him with some real shit, bro. If you really trying to get a house, bro, hey, man, come holler at him. Because if anything else, if you need anything else fixed, he can run you to somebody else that kind of knows the same thing. Because me, I need my credit fixed. I sure do. I'm trying to bust a loan on that. Look,
I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna give you free game right here for everybody who's made it this far into the podcast. I'm gonna show you how much of an open book that I am. If you need, if you want to talk to a mortgage officer, you can speak to Makada Martin with Gold Financial. If you want to research, you just type her name into Google, Makada Martin, and her name is going to pop up. She has tons of reviews, 5-star. If you need help on your credit, you have Lender's Choice Credit Solutions. Okay. Speak to my lady, Jamie Land. She's wonderful. They have many reviews. I want to say over 100 reviews as well. Many of them 5 stars, and they've helped plenty of my clients get mortgage ready, not just getting your credit fixed just to get it fixed to get into an apartment or something like that, because they're poor. I don't know if this is another thing that people I have to teach them is your credit score on Credit Karma is not your credit score whenever you go to get your mortgage credit score.
Okay.
That is way different. Not necessarily way different, but it is going to be different. Your credit score on just, let's say, whenever they go and pull it for a car is going to be different than whenever they go and pull it for a mortgage, because these people, each industry is going to be looking at a different type of score because they want to know different information. So that's something that a lot of people don't know as well. So it's like, you can't just go to any random Joe Schmo, get your credit fixed, and go back to the mortgage office and say, hey, I'm ready to go. Because whenever they pull it, the people that's actually fixing your credit may only be fixing it for a certain purpose or just to make it look like your credit score is high enough. But whenever the mortgage company goes and looks at it, they're like, hey, you know what? You're still disputing this, and this is what's keeping your credit score up. What's going to happen once that's not disputed? We have to have that not disputed before we can actually move forward. You need to clear it off, or you need to stop disputing it so we can actually see what's going on within your credit report.
Oh, man.
So Maka Martin, Lender's Choice Credit Solutions. Talk to those two people. That's one. That's plug. So on the mortgage, Maka Martin is definitely the plug, and then on Lender's Choice Credit Solutions, they can definitely get you hooked up as far as your credit with getting you specifically prepared to purchase a house.
Oh man. And okay, before we get in this, I gotta ask one more question, but we're gonna come back again. But I just ask one question before we go.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Just for I want to know about the program about when you get married, the first time buyer. What is that? What is that? How does that work? You know what I'm saying? That's how I want to get in.
Good stuff. Okay, so there used to be a program called First Time Home Buyers, and they would give. Honestly, it was before my time. It actually wasn't around whenever I started in real estate.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a misconception now because people still believe it's here. Now, are there things similar? Heck yeah, they're still here. But a lot of those times, it's like in that program, they were probably giving you down payment assistance back then, when now they just call it down payment assistance. So it's definitely still out there, and it's definitely some stuff that you can get, but it may not have the same name. So I haven't even gotten into down payment assistance with this stuff, just because it's pretty much like you going to get that USDA loan, but a USDA loan requires you being in a rural area, meaning let's say outside of Crum. Okay. Some of the places where you could get USDA loans are like Forney, Terrell, Kaufman, Bolivar, just to name a few. So you're just really on the outskirts. You're on the outskirts, so they'll give you the down payment for it. But even in those situations, I told you that sellers can help you out with the payment. But let's say you get something that's similar to the first time home buyers with the down payment assistance. So now you have 0% down payment, and you also have the down payment assistance, which they can give you on down payment assistance up to 6%. So it's just another thing. You got to talk to people and see how you can qualify for those specific programs to where, once again, it keeps your out-of-pocket expenses low.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's really why I wanted to, try to, because I was wondering, like, you know what I'm saying, like, keep my shit low, nigga. I ain't trying to, come out of pocket too goddamn much, nigga. You feel me, nigga? If I can,
right. But I gave you 3 solutions right there on.
No, you did. No, for sure. Yeah.
Well, it's not really for you. I know you're gonna remember this. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow, so it's okay.
We gonna have to talk tomorrow.
Down payment assistance, USDA loan, and you can negotiate it from the seller. Those are 3 different ways that you can help keep your out-of-pocket expenses low. 3 different ways to keep your out-of-pocket expenses low.
Okay. See that, man. That bro, I swear. See, I told you, like, if y'all tune in with me, I'll tell you, I'm gonna give you some news to you. Because this whole, like, if you listen to this whole thing right now, like, you should be able to go out there and go get a house. Like, I'll be like, bro, if you really come fuck with my boy Willie, I'll be like, yeah, bro, you done listen to the podcast. You know what the hell going on, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Damn, bro. I appreciate you for so much, bro. Because I really want, this is for me. This is news I needed, nigga. Like, but I'm gonna come talk to you tomorrow, but you know what I'm saying? We gonna have that tomorrow. But I just appreciate you coming through and letting people know, like, bro, how really kind of like it's easier than what you think, and just stop thinking about it so much, bro. If y'all really want to get out here and get a house, man, like
take the first step.
take the first steps, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the first steps is the realtor, mortgage officers, bro. Like I got that down right now, bro. You need them. You get them, bro.
Yeah.
You golden, bro. You golden, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Absolutely.
man. I just need you to hang out before, when I hang this up, just hang out for a minute. I'm gonna holler at you. But but anyways, man, this is my boy Willie. Hey, man, how shout out all your, how they can get a hold of you. You know what I'm saying? All your social medias, everything.
So the name of my team, as far as me acting as an agent, is called Royal Row Housing Group. So if you want to jump on royalrowhousing.com, if you want to get at me on Instagram, it's Willie B. That's WILLIE B.
That's how I know him, Willie B.
Yeah, that's Willie B _RE. And you can find me that way on TikTok and Instagram. If you're looking for me on Facebook, just search in Willie Brewer. I'll be the first thing that pops up.
Yeah, you will be. You will be your other profile, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. One of my profiles got messed up. So look for the one with the suit.
Yeah.
The blue suit. Look
with
for
the blue suit, bro.
The blue suit. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And also, you look for Royal Row Housing on any platform, and I'm on there as well.
Yeah, man. I told y'all, man, I'm coming back with a lot more bangers, bro. I got a lot more people coming through, but I appreciate you coming through because this one, I think people it's kind of late, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, tomorrow repost this, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I got you. Absolutely. I got you. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really needed this one. This one. I needed it. And it's good talking to you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Love. You always know. Keep it solid, baby. Good.
Real shit, man. Real shit, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all niggas kicking it with us tonight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come back and fuck with us. Cause my nigga gonna come back and fuck with us on this for real. So
absolutely. I'm gonna give y'all some more steps, some more advice, some more tips.
And you said you have something tomorrow. You have something tomorrow that you know what I'm saying? Yeah, shoot that again. You said you have something tomorrow. You want them to come and check it out.
The 27th, I got a home buying class. If you want more information, if you want to know even further into the details, what it's going to consist of as far as when you're looking for a house, what to look for, or let's say what it's going to look like how on negotiations in the contract whenever going into purchasing a house. I got more gems for you. Just come and check me out.
Say, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
Hey, y'all niggas keep it solid, man. Man, keep it solid, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for, bro. 100. I just want y'all to keep on following my movement, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, man, I told you I'm here, bro, and I'm not going nowhere, bro. We ain't going nowhere, bro. But, yeah, man, appreciate you, bro. Hang on for a second. Hang on.